Good evening, everyone, and welcome to MOI. And this is your host, Reed. Today it's Sunday, time for a funny story, and I got one about saving the bacon. So, everyone who's a prepper, usually here, fire extinguishers, common sense thing to have around. And I actually have several of the darn things. Very helpful, very important. But how many of you guys have actually decided, hey, I don't know how this thing works. I should try it out before I need it. Well, I actually never tried one out myself till I had to use one in an emergency. It's kind of interesting. I wanted to share my experience because it turns out these are nothing like the movies. And it's really important to become very familiar with what you are actually working with. So, how'd this all begin? Why was I actually using a fire extinguisher? Well, I was making potato soup and it had a call for bacon in it. And I particularly like bacon. Actually, I really like bacon. So I got a whole nice thing of thick cut bacon I like, cooked it up, fried it up just the way I wanted. I mean, it was perfect. Now I'd set it off to the side on a paper plate with some towels to catch all the oil and dry there. As I was getting them off, put it there. Well, I needed to start preparing another piece to the meal I was making, so I turned on the burner. Turned on the wrong one, though, and suddenly, those paper towels and paper plate caught on fire because they were right on the burner I wasn't going to use. Well, they started burning up. And with the bacon grease and stuff, well, it was like a candle. They were really burning quite well. I didn't want to waste the bacon, though. I mean, I spent a lot of time making the darn thing. So I get another plate as quick as I can, run back over there with a pair of tongs, start peeling the bacon off and putting it on the other plate. Get it in there, throw it in the microwave, and by the time I was done, I had some pretty good sized flames. Decided, you know what? I don't really want to try to, scoop that up and throw it in the sink or pour water over because it's a grease fire. Might scatter it. Grease fire you don't mess with. Didn't see the baking soda around. I'm like, well, I got my fire extinguisher. Let's give it a shot. Grab it, spray. It put the fire out. And then a white cloud of this amazing gas just fills it. And it wasn't gas. I mean, it's just fine powder everywhere. I breathe it in and I start coughing like crazy. My eyes hurt. I'm like, oh my gosh. Run around opening every window I can. I'm yelling for Lee. Lee, get the windows open. Open the doors. We get it all opened up. And, it starts settling out. And I'm still coughing like crazy because I have asthma. Doesn't like that. But it was hard on me. I'm like, and my eyes still hurt for a while. I'm trying to clean up. Turns out, this powder, which is an ammonium something chemical, these dry chemical extinguishers, they're cheap. They're effective. They work for grease fires. They work for a lot of things. They're BC extinguishers, which means they cover all sorts of stuff. They cover liquids and electrical equipment. They work well. Except, boy, do they make a mess. And the other thing that stinks about this darn chemical is corrosive. Meaning, like, if you have fine electronics and stuff like that in there, they will actually corrode wires, damage solder joints and all that. We spent like 5 or 6 hours cleaning up the mess the fire extinguisher made. I had no idea these things make such a giant mess. It was crazy. And I'd never used one before, and it was a big failing on my part. I had no idea. Well, once now that I do, I got on the internet, and started reading all about them. Well, I've decided I'm going to get some other types for the kitchen. I'm going to get a carbon monoxide one. They are a lot more expensive, but they're not going to make this unbelievable mess. So when you think about that, in terms of preparedness, having fire extinguishers, great idea. However, a good chunk of these could chase you out of the home for a while cleaning everything up. If it's like 30 below outside, we got horrible weather conditions or other things going on, or it's major hail and you just happen to use one of these and you got nowhere else to go, that's gonna suck. So when you're preparing for these things and you buy a fire extinguisher, I highly, highly recommend you go and try it out. See what it's like. See if you can actually stand the chemical it releases. The carbon dioxide ones, I can actually deal with quite well. I mean, just open the windows and it just That's what it is. It's just cold carbon dioxide released everywhere, and it puts the fire out and stuff, and it works for a lot of fires. And there's other type of fire extinguishers as well. There's halotron and other things. Some of these other, what they call clean chemicals is they don't leave any residues like that. Really good. But if you ain't got a fire extinguisher, at least get these. They work really well. They'll just chase you out of the area you use them in, because good grief, they make a mess. And you're going to spend a lot of time cleaning up this fine powder. And that is a massive headache. And don't use the shop vac, because when it sucks it up, it just sprays it back out everywhere. Ugh. Literally, it's a calm, easy process of sweeping it up, collecting it in paper towels, damp towels and stuff, and then getting it disposed of. It took forever. But that's my story for the day and the prepping lesson. Get fire extinguishers, but try them out and look and review a bunch of the other ones out there. All sorts of other types are out there, and consider that. Especially if you might have stuff to deal with metal fires. Look at those as well. But anyways, I hope everyone has a wonderful, great day. You got to laugh a little, learn something, and you move forward and keep adding to your preparedness. Take care, everyone. This is Reed, out for now.